All right, so this is file 240333SC. It's the Leonards versus Farmers Disposal. We're here for a small claims case. What small claims means is no one here is represented by an attorney. We're trying to get this done without attorneys. You also have nobody's asking for a jury trial or anything like that. You're asking for this to be resolved right here in front of me. So first things first, if all parties are ready, willing, and able to proceed here in front of me, I'm going to swear you in. You know, please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm any testimony that you would give here today would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yeah.
I do.
All right. So, Mr. Camps, I do need to find out what it is that you do for farmers that you're able to answer for them.
I own. I'm
Okay.
50% owner.
That certainly works. All right, so I don't get too much information here before we start, but the information I have on this is just from the affidavit and claim. And so it might be faster for me to start with Mr. Camps. Mr. Camps, do you feel like you that the Farmers Disposal, there's any money here owed to the Leonards? And if so, how much?
I don't think so. Not from me. Um, no, I don't think so.
Okay, then I'm going to start with the Leonards. Leonards, so you're talking about your residence, right? And that a truck from Farmers Disposal, you said, came and did some damage, took out a pole and a power line connected to a barn and did a certain amount of damage. Uh, how do you know it was Farmers Disposal truck?
Well, my mom witnessed it and watched it happen.
Okay.
And
Was there any conversation with the,
he called me and told me that he got into the wire.
and who's he?
Uh,
Mr.
Kyle.
Camps. Okay. Did anyone talk? Was there any talk to the driver right then and there when it happened, or you talked to the company after the fact?
He left,
No, Kyle called my husband right after it happened and let him know that it happened.
but
Okay.
he didn't stick around. He
And
left.
he didn't stick around, he left. But at that time, my mother-in-law had called me because of the fact that the line from the house was ripped off their house and was laying on the ground. So there was a live wire from the house
Yeah,
all the way
call
to
the
the
power
barn.
company.
Yeah, so we
Yep.
had to call the power company, immediately
So
called them, and they were out in 15 minutes.
let me ask you a couple questions. When you said Mr. Camp said that, oh, we're going to take care of that, what was the form of that conversation? Over the phone, a text, live conversation?
Several, yes. Actually, I spoke to him. He had the first time I spoke to him, he told me to go through a buddy of his, which owns an electrical company, and give them a call and get things set up. So we called Rob Miller and had him and spoke with him. Rob requested for me that he doesn't get like electrical pole, because they actually had like a telephone pole in the middle of their yard that went from the house, then a line to the pole, which had a mercury light on it, and then went across the driveway to their barn.
And were you guys was there like that Farmers Disposal was there in the first place? Was that something for you guys? Was that some sort of contractual thing you guys had with them?
Yeah, he does a weekly pickup there.
Weekly pickup. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how did you
I
get
have
to the
pictures.
number 1860?
What's that? I'm
How
sorry.
did we get to the number 1860?
Okay, so when I spoke with Rob, he said he didn't get telephone poles. So I called Consumers Energy, and they found Beist Electric that would give us a pole. And when I spoke with Beist Electric, which was Chad Weber, he told me that they wouldn't do the electrical